Right now I'm going to teach you about grabbing images off the internet and copying them properly and finding them properly for that matter. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a search for ice cream. And you can click on the images folder and get all your images. Now, if I just right-clicked and copied this, the problem with doing that is that I'm only copying this thumbnail, this very small image, and so I don't want to do that. What you want to do is you want to click on it, and you want to come over here and right-click and copy this image. Now, sometimes it doesn't work to copy it, so you want to save that image. You need to save it onto your computer by clicking on Save Image As. The most important thing here is that you do not change the file ending. Now, WEBP files are not as easy to use, so I'm just going to avoid that one, and let's choose another one right now. Some programs will take those and some won't, so I'll click on this one, choose Save Image As, and this one comes up as a JPEG. The most important thing you do here is not to change the ending of the file name. You can't just call something a GIF and it becomes a GIF. You can't just call it a JPEG and it becomes a JPEG. So keep that ending the same. And I'm going to call this one, call it ice cream cone. And I'll go ahead and save that. Now notice I'm paying attention to where I saved it. I saved it in my pictures folder, and I'm going to save that onto my computer. Now, there's a lot more things you can do when you're searching for images. First of all, they have all kinds of suggestions here. So if I clicked on this right here, I would get cartoon ice cream cones, and I don't want to do that, so I'm just going to click back and get all of them again. I can find chocolate ones, cone ones. These are all the ones they suggest, but maybe I want to be a little bit more specific. So I'm going to come here to Tools, and I'm going to choose Size. Now, first of all, I want to make sure that this image is a good quality image. Have you ever taken an image and stretched it out big and it became boxy or it became fuzzy? That's because you grabbed a small image and it doesn't fit in your thing, so you got to make it bigger. So I'm going to come here to Size. I want to make sure I choose Large. And that way, the only images that are displayed are large, high-quality images. Maybe you don't need it to be too big, but you want it to be medium size. And you get a little bit more choices. You can even come down here and choose Icon. And the icon ones are going to be square, smaller sized images that will fit as a small button, rather, or something like that in your, whatever you're needing it for, whatever your use is. So I'm going to go back here and choose Large. I can also change the color. Maybe I only want red ice cream, or I want yellow ice cream. Now notice this isn't yellow ice cream, but the background is yellow. So it scans the image and finds a whole lot of yellow on that image. So it doesn't necessarily find yellow ice cream, it finds the yellow color that you're looking for. And you can choose all kinds of different colors. How about some brown ice cream? How about some black ice cream? That's bizarre. And orange ice cream. So depending on what you're looking for, you can find quite a bit. You can also go to black and white, and by doing this, you'll only get black and white images. So let's say you're looking for something to color, and you can choose something like this. You can also go to transparent, and what transparent will do is it will guarantee that the background of it. Now, when we clicked on it here, it didn't look like it, but can you see how there's a checkerboard here? That shows you that they are transparent images and that there is nothing in this image over here. So maybe I can have the text wrap around that, and I'll show you a little bit about how to do that. Let's go back up here and change it back to any color. Usage rights has to do with if you're allowed to use it in your own work. This one will be labeled for use with modification. In other words, you're allowed to use it and you're allowed to modify it as well. So for copyright issues, that's a good thing. This one says labeled for non-commercial use with modification. In other words, you can't publish this for a huge paper or a huge commercial or anything like that, but you can use it for your own use or school use. Okay, I'm going to put it back to where it was. Type. I can choose any type at all, which will get you drawings, it will get you pictures, it will get you anything, but you can limit this down to clip art. Clip art will be, now you have more cartoon-like looking images. I can go to a line drawing. Again, if we need a coloring book, it's a quick way of getting pictures. This is how all your elementary teachers do this. They quick find a coloring book and they print it, and then you have an activity to do. And I can also go to GIF. Now, a GIF is a kind of image, and the special thing about GIFs is that they can be layered images, which enables them to have animation. So when we look at this and you say, well, I don't see any animation, I don't see anything happening, it's not until you click on it, and then you have to wait for it to load, and then you'll see it is animating. Okay, so when you click on these, ooh, rainbow ice cream. So it can be very exciting. Okay, now sometimes you will click on one that will not be animated, and it might be because it's just transparent, because GIFs can also be transparent. So anyway, that's a quick way of being able to get an animated image. Sad news, if you click and copy this image, it will not animate on your paper. However, if you need it for PowerPoint, it will. Now, to save a GIF, the important thing when saving a GIF is that you do not just copy that image. Because what you're doing, remember I said that a GIF is a layered image? And so when you copy that image, what you're doing is copying it at that moment in time. So in order to have it animate, you would have to go save image as. It would come in, and let's call this ice cream, what's it doing? Moving. And I'll call it ice cream moving.gif. And there we go. Now I've saved all of those layers of this image, and when I insert it into my document, it will animate. Again, unless it's Microsoft Word, unfortunately they haven't come up with animating paper yet. I'm still waiting. Alright, let's change this back to any type again. Have you ever looked for an image and you thought, oh man, I just saw this online, someone just posted it last night, and you're trying to find it? Well, you can do a search for, look for just the past 24 hours, and now you can see all of these images were just uploaded in the last 24 hours. You can even do the past week, past month, or the past year, so you can narrow it down quite a bit to the image that you're looking for. Okay?